Thank you, man.
Thank you for the indulgence, man.
Is that it?
I've got no further questions, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Re-examination? Is it tomorrow or today?
There can't be a re-exam now, madam, because accused number one's case is still coming. We're just pending everything. We're putting everything in a
You're right. You're right.
The court will recall the arrangements that we discussed with the courts
Fine.
in chambers yesterday, and the arrangements will now come into effect. And I think maybe Advocate Nissi should rather be the one.
Are you still continuing with what you said you wanted to launch an application?
Yes, my lord.
Because the JP is seated there, he's listening to you.
Where?
At the back there. Don't worry, you want to see him?
I wanted to welcome him officially, madam. Yes.
For a 78-year-old judge who listens in court to ask about, so re-examination is about to begin, does he really listen in court? Because cross-examination for accused number one did not commence, but the judge was already ready for re-examination. That raises a red flag for me. But then again, there's the Mjiako issue that also, again, seems to have gone under the radar or under the jail. But then I asked myself, maybe this was something that they spoke about in chambers. I don't know. Because if you think about it, I think Monday they started later than usual. Now, what else do I want to bring to your attention? The judge, yet again, he mentions that the JP is in court. Is that actually true? Is it really true? It looks like everybody turned around, but nobody actually identified him actually being in court. Maybe he came into the court momentarily. Who really knows? Okay, we don't really know. But what stands out to me is Mnisi's reaction. And I love that it didn't send him into a panic state. Instead, he said, I want to welcome him officially. I mean, that was just brilliant. That just goes to show you that Nissi stands on business. It was a heated day in the Judge Rata Messi courtroom. I mean, there was a lot of butting heads with the witness. But then again, wait a minute. If the JP was in the courtroom and Gininda was going on and on and on and on and on, what are his thoughts on that? Because he's still the same person who's allegedly complaining about the timeline that this case is taking, but then Gininda gets to talk until eternity, as Mnisi says. And then you said the Lord's Prayer in Latin. Listen, he said the Lord's Prayer in Latin 465 times, okay? Because it was overwhelming. So back to Mnisi. I really love the composure that he shows, which actually shows that he means what he said, okay? He's one of those people who say, I said what I said. Meanwhile, Gininda is begging for an apology or begging for my Lord to make him apologize. But Mnisi is not about to do that, okay? Mnisi does not issue apologies because he did not panic, meaning he stands on everything he did and everything he said, because that is the type of advocate he is. He's really passionate about his clients, and he's really passionate about bringing the truth forward. And I believe he still stands for justice for SENZO MEYIWA. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's continue listening on and discover more.
He asked me about, I told him about the application.
Yes.
He wants to have a chat with all you guys.
No, thank you, madam.
I want to have a chat with all of you.
So I'm not so sure whether then should I bring this application now or should we then rather arrange to go and see the JP first?
You can bring it because
thank you, madam.
He's worried about the pace of this case.
Thank you, madam.
And rightly so.
My Lord, as I've indicated to the court in chambers, I was requested to assist with the representation of accused number one, which request I accepted. However, on account of the fact that although I was part of the proceedings, but I wasn't representing accused number one, then I was exclusively involved with accused number three. Now that I've been requested and accepted the request to also assist with the representation of accused number one, I deem it very prudent and very judicious for me to request that I be afforded an opportunity to go and read the record, particularly those portions as they relate to accused number one, all the assertions that should have been made by him, the level of cross-examination, etc., 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 and also decide, my lord, whether or not there will be a need. Okay, before making such a decision, I also need to consult with him very thoroughly. If he has got witnesses, I also will have to consult with his witnesses even before I come to court and put certain versions that will come as a result of my consultation with him and those witnesses. So on the basis of that information, my lords, I am going to request that I be afforded an opportunity to, I've already started to read the records, but I need to indicate that it is voluminous, my lords. It is very voluminous. And in the process of reading, I also need to analyze. I need to analyze and also create
Collate.
Yes, to collate, my lord. Now, that is going, that's taking time. It's not an overnight thing, my lord. Hence, I then spoke to my colleagues and suggested that after my cross-examination, after I finalized my cross-examination of Brigadier Kinindo on behalf of accused number 3, I'm going to approach the court with the request that I be afforded an opportunity for at least 2 weeks for me to go and sit down, study the information, the record, which is up to now almost around about 35,000 pages. And also go and consult with Mr. Sibiya, who is not here in Pretoria, is at Morabi, at Bloemfontein. Yes, it's Bloemfontein.
Who's at Bloemfontein?
Oh, I'm told he's in the East Rand, my lord. Morabi is in the East Rand. In Pinoni.
Israel, you don't know your country.
I do not know jails, man.
No.
Morabi is a jail.
It's not a jail, it's your country.
I know churches, man. Yes,
Morabi.
but nonetheless, man, I'll have to go to Morabi, go and consult with him there.
Yeah, fine.
And I'm very thorough in consultation, my lords. I just don't go through the emotions. My consultations are very thorough, that I must say. So I don't know how many days that consultation is going to take. But the total of all that I'm trying to bring to the attention of the court is that I am unable to start with my cross-examination now on behalf of accused number 1 to Brigadier Kininda. We had worked out a sort of a formula that I can go utilize the 2 weeks from today up to next week, and then we reconvene again on the 3rd. On the 3rd, just for me to come and give an update as to how far am I with the process of preparing for the defense of accused number 1's case. Thank you, Mr.
Yes, Mr.
Kade yasho khona
Ngakasho uthi sizoba abanye.
So Advocate Mnisi just gave us his blueprint of advocacy, how he operates as a defense advocate and as a defense advocate in a criminal trial. And let me tell you something, he is very, very impressive. That was very impressive. He outlines step by step, what he needs to do and why this application is being brought forward to Judge Rata, regardless of the fact that in December, Legal Aid said, we only want Mnisi to pick from inside Pagati, within, from the four, because they have already been part of the trial. And then, I think that the defense attorneys played Legal Aid to the benefit of Mnisi because Nissi's back saying, I cannot cross-examine Gininda without going back and reading the record, studying the record. And I'm a very thorough kind of guy. If you haven't already noticed as of today, I'm sure he even read Ikabane book back to back 3 times, 4 times over, just so when it comes cross-examination, he knows that book like the back of his, like the palm of his hands. Something that a brigadier should also know since he's working with the SAPs for 30 plus years. But you know what? Asikolapo. Let me not digress. But here's the thing. Nissi actually showed us his blueprint, and you know what? I'm thoroughly impressed. If I was his client, I would be happy with what he is saying. Legal Aid, of course, is probably throwing rocks, okay? They're probably kicking rocks right now. Like, that was not the plan. Now we're still going to be invoiced for Nissi reading 30,000 plus pages, which, by the way, is what they were avoiding by getting a brand spanking new advocate to join the trial. So, what stands out with what Nissi said? He just finished the cross-examination of Brigadier Gininda for accused number 3. And what stood out to me is that he definitely did his research with regard to the book. That's why he was firm with Gininda that he does not agree with him. He didn't mince his words about that because he read the book. He read it, and he read it thoroughly. The other thing that he reveals, he says, I also need to consult with accused number 1, and I need to do that very, very thoroughly. I don't know how many days that will take. And if he has witnesses, I also will have to consult with his witnesses even before I come to the court and put certain versions that will come as a consultation, as a result of the consultation with those witnesses. Let me say that one more time, okay, just in case you missed it. He says, if Mnisi has witnesses, I will also have to consult with his witnesses. And that is even before I come to the court and put certain versions that will come as a consultation with those witnesses. Basically, let's go back to accused number 3's secret witness for photo number 15. Is it photo number 15? No, it is for Simpiwe Buthelezi, and also photo number 15, actually, now that I think about it. Nissi probably consulted and said, I need to see your brother, and saw the brother and put them side by side and said, I could see how the state made the mistake. I could see how the state made this costly mistake, and that is why Nissi brought it to the record. The other thing is for Simpiwe Buthelezi, who was picked up. Imagine being picked up from KZN, driven all the way to Pretoria to give a statement with Brigadier Gininda sitting alone in his office because, you know, he is a commissioned member of the South African Police Services. He doesn't need an interpreter in the room. He doesn't need a commissioner of oaths. He is all in one, okay? Jack of all trades. But Asikolapo, you know what? The Minister of Police needs to review that whole process, okay? That doesn't sit well with me. That one person can be a jack of all trades, an interpreter, typing out the statement, commissioning it, interviewing. That's just way too many steps for one person. But Asikolapo, that's for another video for another day. Break that down. So that tells me that before Mnisi came with this information to us in court, us members of the public and Judge Rata in his messy courtroom, and put it to Gininda, Nissi had done a thorough consultation and as well seen this witness, of course, with the exception of Wuchelezi. Remember, the burden of proof lies with the state. Nissi has probably also seen the death certificate, in my opinion. Yeah. So I've said a whole mouthful. I love how he put everything out. He says, listen, it's 35,000 pages. Okay. I've already started reading them, but it's not an overnight process. And I don't just read, okay? I analyze, okay? I need to analyze, I need to collate, and all of this takes time. It's not an overnight thing. So can I be afforded 2 weeks opportunity so that I can sit down, study the record, consult with Mr. Sevilla? I do not know. And then the judge says there was confusion about where Murder B is. And my lord, says, you don't know your country. Mnisi says, I don't know jails. I don't know jails. Even though he's in the business of law, clearly he's never consulted at Murder B before. But did I say Murder B? No, not Murder B. Murder B before. But another thing that, I just thought his application was well presented. Brilliant. And I'm happy that the judge took it upon himself to grant that application. And of course, I'm also happy with Baloyi. I have to put that on the record. I'm happy with Baloyi that he did not object to that. He might have objected to Mnisi cross-examining Gininda with the whole warning statement situationship. But with this, we appreciate you, NPA, for being fair to accused number one. It is definitely in the interest of justice. Let's continue listening on. I still have more to say about this segment.
Mr. Ramusipidi.
As the court places, my lord, as per our discussions, I am amenable that Advocate Mnisi be given an opportunity to prepare the defense for accused number one, my lord, as the court places.
Yes, Msholon?
I have no objection, my lord, just let the discussion.
It's not immutable, but discussion. I told you just now that JP is around very easily.
But JP was not there, my lord, we were together.
Yeah, he's the head of the court. You'll be surprised. Hello?
My lord, these are unusual circumstances. No one foresaw that the legal representative of accused number one will unfortunately pass on. And this is after certain propositions were made. We are of the view that the legal right to, or the constitutional right to legal representation has got to be given effect to, which entails taking proper instructions, going through, canvassing all the relevant material, and this is what Advocate Nissi is asking. And my lord, we indicated that we are not going to object, and we therefore, my lord, support his request to be given time to canvass all these issues, my lord.
There certainly is a first time for everything. Is that Advocate Baloyi? The prosecutorially led investigation that said no to the arrest of Kelly Khumalo, the J50 warrant of arrest? Is that him? You know what? He's standing on business now. Thank you so much, Advocate Baloyi. I mean, there's a first time for everything. I can't just always be highlighting where he faults. I can't just always be highlighting where he faults, especially his objections, which have been nonsensical this past few days. But I stand with Advocate Baloyi. I can't believe I'm saying that. I stand with Advocate Baloyi in his objection to my lord, insinuating that the JP is worried about the timeline. And he says it is in the interest of justice for accused number one to be given and afforded this opportunity with his new legal representation, Advocate Mnisi Wemvula. Okay, Baloyi. But yeah, there's hope for now. But yeah, then my lord said, yeah, he was here. Mshola said, no, he wasn't. So is my lord cooking? Is my lord creating inganegwane? Is he trying to threaten the defense team as if they're children? by saying, Mommy's here. Daddy wants to know when you guys are going to finish. Shame on you, Judge Rata. You can be a leader without using the judge president as a threat to the defense. You actually can make rulings and decisions without using the JP's name. That's a little bit concerning for me. You know what? That is concerning. Yeah, that's my official answer. Let's continue listening on.
So the date after 2 weeks is how long? The Monday.
It is suggested, my lord, that we reconvene again on the 3rd of February.
What is that date? Is it Monday, Tuesday?
It's on a Monday.
3rd of February.
On the 3rd of February.
Will that be the last request or what? We don't know.
I don't know, my lord, really, I don't know.
Why don't we adjourn for a week and then you come and assess your position after that? Doesn't it make more sense? Yes, Mr.
My lord, from today until the 3rd, it's almost a week. From today until the 3rd.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm just saying, doesn't it make more sense to come and back, like I did on the 8th, like all of you did on the 8th. I broke my Christmas vacation and came to court. Why don't we do the same? We come on Monday and see how far Mr. Mnisi is.
Which Monday? My lord, the only Monday we have is
It's next week.
And the following Monday is the 3rd when we will be back.
You say it's a holiday on Monday.
My lord, I'm saying the first Monday next week
Yeah.
will be too soon for council to be able to give a feedback. And the next Monday will be the 3rd, which is a week, almost a week from now, my lord.
You don't read on Saturdays, eh?
No,
Mr.
it's Sabbath on
You don't read on Saturdays.
I've just indicated to the court, my lord, that I know churches.
You what?
I know churches. On a Saturday, is Sabbath Lingwele, my lord. So we pay homage to our maker.
Okay, fine. Let's postpone then, for those reasons, to the 3rd. And the trial will continue as from the 3rd until hopefully it's finalized. Okay.
You know, Nissi doesn't strike me as a man who needs assistance with his application or needs a spokesperson on his behalf. But Shalolo stood up so fast to say, no, my lord, we are not coming back within a week. You know. And then I said to myself, Shalolo did her cross-examination or the remainder of her cross-examination super fast. It was so fast that she forgot to go back to the photo of accused number 3 and accused number 5, which Gininda alleges was at the Basutwini hostel. Accused number 5 says, oh, no, that is not correct. Gininda was supposed to verify that photo. That is where we left off in December. And I think it's a bone of contention for me because I wanted to see Brigadier Gininda, well, at least I wanted to hear Brigadier Gininda stuck in a corner with regards to that and how he was going to wiggle his way out. That was a missed opportunity, in my opinion, for Mshololo to pick up that cross-examination. She went, she did the cross-examination super fast and then jiggy, I'm done with my cross-examination. I've seen in the comments where some of you guys have put that, she's being very cautious. She's being very cautious. I don't know. But this objection for me, was she objecting on behalf of Mnisi, or she has plans that she definitely has already made arrangements for, which tells me that they came back from recess knowing that Mnisi was going to do his cross-examination, and after that it was going to be, he was going to make this application. Therefore, Mshololo sped through her cross-examination, and then Nissi did his, and then obviously as well, we know Malo is not in the building, okay? He is over there in the KZN on another case. So then I asked myself, what's up with Mshololo? Something's up. something's up. Did you guys observe that as well? Or am I just overreading into this situation? She genuinely was assisting Mnisi. I don't know. I don't think Nissi needs any assistance with putting his points across. He certainly showed Gininda that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm going to end this video here. Thanks so much for watching. I'm concerned for accused number 1. Since Advocate Ngomezulu passed away, he hasn't, I don't know how to explain it. Check out his facial expressions. He's very concerned. He looks concerned. It does not look happy. Probably he's worried. Probably he's nervous. I don't know. Maybe after he has his consultation with Mnisi, he'll feel a little bit at ease with his representation. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll catch you on my next upload. Thank you so much to those who have come over to my Facebook page. I see you. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. To the 45%ers are watching from outside the club, I see you too. Please consider subscribing to the channel. It absolutely helps the channel and pushes our videos further. That is all I ask from you. Not even that you like, I just ask that you go ahead and hit that subscription button. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.